What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I will retrofit cruise control to my car. So the parts that I need in order to do this are the steering column switches set, or levers, how you want to call them, which has of course this cruise control lever, the steering column lower plastic cover, which has this cutout to allow the lever of the cruise control to fit also. You can also cut yours, but it will not look so nice, or at least I think it will not look so nice. And in some cases, like my case, also the steering column module, which comes with a clock spring, so they are together. It might be that you don't need to do this, but it depends on the steering column code, and I will show you right now how to check it. With a diagnostic tool, I am using Vcds. You have to go to the steering column control module and read the code. So I go to select module, 16 steering wheel, and you will see the code right here. So as you see, I have AK0953568D. I will show you a list here or whatever. I will show you a list with all the modules which can be fitted with cruise control. There is one thing you need to consider: the manufacturer of the levers or the switches and the manufacturer of the steering column module should be the same one. So I know about two of them, Costal and Valeo. So if you have one code which fits with Costal, then you need to buy a new module which is also Costal. If you have a code which fits with Valeo, then you have to buy a new module which is also made by Valeo. So this is the code. It's not able to have cruise control. Let's change it. We have to remove the airbag because the steering column is behind, so we have to remove the airbag, the wheel. And in order to remove the wheel, there are two screws here, one on this side, one on the other side, that we have to remove. So for this we have to rotate the steering wheel, but before we do anything related with the airbag, we need to remove the negative connection of the battery. At the manual it says that you have to have the ignition on and then to remove the negative ground. So this is what we will do exactly right now. Let's rotate the steering wheel and take the first cap out. Let's try T30. Great. It will not go out completely, so that's enough. Let's go to the other screw. So now that the airbag comes out easily, we have to remove that big yellow connector. There is a green release. Pull this green release and then the connector should just pop right out. Before going any further, I want to make sure that my steering wheel is completely straight and it doesn't have one turn in one side of the other. And I have to do the same thing with the clock spring, because the clock spring has the possibility to rotate twice in one direction and twice in the other direction. So if you install it not properly, then you will break it once you make a big turn. Just make sure that the wheel is straight, the wheels also, and the clock spring. Now let's remove this screw in order to take the steering out. To remove this screw you need a triple square key, so an M12 I guess. I don't have it. I have a Torx T55 and this worked just fine. So I was able to loosen up this screw. Now let me remove it completely. There is a line here which shows you if the column it's aligned with the steering wheel, so you don't need to worry about that. You put it exactly the same way. That's it. Steering wheel is out. So you just need to pry it out. Okay, now we have to remove 3 screws, 2 here and 1 here below, in order to remove this cover also. These are T20. same screw, T20. In order to remove the assembly of the switches and control module, you need to remove this screw, which is a 5mm Allen key. So let's do so. There is one connector here that needs to be removed, and another one right here below. This one with a push clip release. Now I should be able to take this out, and yes, I am. This one I have to reuse on mine. You see the old control module code that we just read with the Vcds, and the code for the levers. Let me show you the new ones. The control module is with termination F. The levers are BK, and we need to assemble them together because I bought them separately. So you just clip them in. Make sure the clips are tightened. Put the two connectors in onto the PCB. This one and this one. Also locked in place. There is one screw here that I need to add from my old set. Connectors, 1, 2. Now the new plastic cover with this cut. Back this cover. Let's put the steering wheel back on and the airbag. Make sure you align it just as it was before you removed it. There is still plenty of nut locker here. I guess the manual says you have to replace the screw or add new nut locker. I don't have it. I think it's still fine. Now let's add the airbag with one connector here. And to tighten those two screws. Put the caps back in and we are ready to go. Let's connect the battery. So we are now getting some errors because the control module for the steering wheel was removed and changed, so we need to code it back. So let's start. So with the diagnosis in place, I will go to select module, engine, failure to communicate. Now it works. So I'll go to engine, coding, long coding helper, byte 6, cruise control installed, do it, coding accepted. Now let's go to the steering column module, so 16, steering wheel, coding, long coding helper, and let's code it again because we don't know from which car this came from. So no heating installed, but we have rear wiper because we are now in an Avant. We have board computer, we have cruise control installed, no multifunction steering wheel. So exit, do it, accepted, and there is one thing we need to do in order to get rid of those lights, also for the steering column. You see now the new code, the F. Let's start the car. Four, 0, 1, 6, 8. Do it. Basic settings. Go. Good. Go back. Now fault code. Let's see the ABS. Fault codes. Clear codes. Now we have no light in the dash. So the next step would be to test it, take it for a ride and see if it works. That's it guys, these are the steps you have to follow to retrofit cruise control. I hope I will use it and this work was not for nothing, but anyhow, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this one, check my channel. Also I invite you to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you will be notified when I make videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.